So the fact that the government was forced into publishing the legal advice, which it hadn't wanted to do, anything interesting in it?
Not nearly as spicy, surely, as I think people were expecting or maybe even hoping it would be. But the interesting stuff was all to do with the Northern Irish backstop, which is essentially the backup plan to the backup plan, only comes into effect if the deal, the trade deal in the future between the EU and the UK can't be sorted out. And the idea is that they'd have this backup plan to make sure the Northern Ireland border between Northern Ireland and Ireland stays open, is not a hard border. So what we did learn is that, yes, there will be a backstop, and yes, it's possible that the UK will remain indefinitely aligned to the EU, which we had sort of known, this has been admitted before. But what we've discovered here is there's going to be slightly different conditions for Northern Ireland and the UK. So Northern Ireland will essentially remain in the European Union Customs Union, and there'll be a slightly different one for the UK, which will mean there'll need to be customs and regulatory checks on goods moving between the UK and Northern Ireland. Now, even you would probably admit it's pretty strange that two regions within the same country would need to have custom checks on their own goods moving within their own country. So that's one problem. The next thing that has come out of all of this is that the UK cannot leave this agreement, this backstop, without permission from the EU. So that's not a great thing for the UK. But there's also a little added extra spice here in that if the EU says, OK, you can leave, it's very unlikely they'll also let Northern Ireland leave. So then we have a real separation there. Northern Ireland essentially in the EU and the UK essentially not. Now, some people say this could be the start of the unravelling of the United Kingdom. It's definitely a red line for the Northern Irish unionist politicians who are in Parliament usually backing Theresa May. I would think they won't back her on this. So there you go. There's some more votes she will have definitely lost when she tries to put this deal to Parliament next week.